beautiful people, and check this out. I'm here with Hannah.
Hello. Pretty much usual.
And we're going to show you our place that we stayed in last night in a little bit when a few more people are online. But these views are just insane. Hey, Mum. Do you think this is one of the best places you've ever stayed?
Oh, 100%.
Hannah's been saying for the past 12 hours or however long we've been here that she wants to move here already.
It's just like my exact type of place. I love the mountains. I love views. There's a beach right down there. There's historical stuff, everything.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. Like I genuinely cannot get over these views right here.
Especially at sunset.
Yeah, sunset was crazy. I tried to fly the drone, but I think I got the settings wrong on it. But we'll see at some point. I didn't bring my laptop or anything like that. So in here, but I haven't bothered yet. We just landed it and then went down, and we literally just sat. We'll probably walk down through the village in a minute, but we just walked through the village and sat on like the edge of the road, which just had a crazy view over the mountains right to the coast.
Oh, so beautiful.
And we just sat there, and then it's not like many cars were driving through, but they just like drove around us while we sat on the edge of the road. Just because that was like the best place for a view of the sunset.
This is like a nice road. It's not just like a road. It's like nice and tiled. And...
Yeah, it was very nice. It was just like a little village road, so it wasn't like massively
there was
in the
two
way.
cars that came.
Yeah, so
and no one was like annoyed.
yeah, and we just stayed there, sat and chatted, and then we were like, oh, what are we going to do for food? And we literally just walked back up through the village. And it was like, just like, it was so Greek, it was hard to believe. And I don't think there's really any other tourists here. I think this is probably like the only place that people stay, because the village is really small. So we just walked through, and it was like walking through in a completely different time. Like,
oh, really? It really was.
It was so nice. And we just, like, there was everyone like sitting out in the street, just like drinking and eating and like playing games and
playing a lot of checkers and cards.
Playing a lot of checkers and cards. We just sat there and we just like, can we get food? And like we know a few Greek words. We can say like hello and thank you,
like, good morning,
good evening, and good, and things like this. But we can't. Yeah, I wouldn't even say we speak basic Greek, so we had to struggle. We're like, can we get food? And she was like, yes. But we were like, what can we get? And she couldn't even explain half of it, because it was like, that's the kind of place this is. It's not like they speak loads of English.
We were like, menu? Just thinking I could like take a photo and translate it on my phone. And
she was
no,
like,
she
no.
was like, there's no menu. So like, okay.
We managed to get like a Greek salad with, I'll put a picture up later on my Instagram story, but we got like a Greek salad, and we managed to get like a pizza, but like the woman who was like serving us and managing to speak a little bit of English and we could actually like have a conversation with, it was her, I don't know if it was her mum, but we think it was her mum, like cooking. And what's up, Brad? And yeah, she came out and like gave us like homemade pastries, and
it was so kind.
Like, so we had like this spinach pie and cheese pie, and then this fried cheese ball thing.
I can't remember what it's called.
Oh,
but it's
they're
delicious. It's like a specific type
good.
Of cheese.
It's so
like,
good.
Like, do you know the cheese bites from McDonald's? It's like that, but next level.
But that was the best salad of my life. I think it was so good, and it was drowned in oil, which was great.
And salt.
And I actually enjoyed cucumber for one of the first times in my life. It was like not disgusting. But yeah, good to see Brad. Thanks for tuning in, by the way, mate. For those of you who don't know Brad, he's releasing a crazy amount of videos right now. He's got loads of video series from like the Philippines and from Indonesia. And yeah, we've been chatting quite a lot recently. So it's good to see you here on the live stream, mate. The abs are already gone. They are they're gone. I'm eating too much nice food. But we have been going to the gym out here a little bit, probably like 2 times a week. And we did like a body weight style workout the other day that Hannah didn't enjoy. And because I don't train abs at the gym, and then I did on this workout, and now they're They're in a lot of pain, and my calves are hurting.
Even today you woke up like, my abs are still aching. I was like, oh babe.
This is like a workout that we did on Thursday. That's 3 days ago.
I was like, you might want to train your abs a bit more.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll show you the view again, and then we'll show you like the apartment that we've got. But it's really good. We basically we used Hannah's Airbnb credit, which expired the next day. So we used that. So we got £25 off this place, which means that each of us are paying like £6 or something each.
No, it's €7.
€7 each to stay here for the night, and it's just with this view. The sea is literally just there, just over that bit over there, and this is like the village just on this bit, and that's pretty much it. There's 2 levels. We're on like the higher level, then it's just down here, and then we have this view. You can see like little shepherd's huts in a few places up in the mountains. You probably won't make them out on here. And then we walk in through. Hello. Yeah, we'll turn the lights on. We've already managed. This is like all of the drone stuff and things like that. And then so we've got the bed area, kitcheny area here. It's just like a studio. And then we've got bathroom. And then this basically, it used to be a hairdresser's salon, we found out. So it looks a bit weird because we've got this kind of like what would have been a reception area, I think. And then we've got a table area here to eat and stuff. Not that we've really managed to make use of a load of this place. But Hannah's struggling to work blinds here. Yeah, that's enough light. But yeah, so this is the place. It's just like a studio. So we've got what would have been a reception. I don't really know what people would use that for now. Maybe like a bit of a workstation. And then they've got like a sound system for the big TV that's up here. Yeah, there's no Wi-Fi or anything here, but you don't, like, obviously I'm doing this through data, that's fine. And it's just exactly what we needed. Obviously if you needed to work, then I guess you might need to have Wi-Fi, but for us we were kind of glad we didn't need to, well, we're not glad, we just didn't need it either way. But if you guys want, we'll head down through the village and we'll show you a little bit of what it's like. But it's only a small place and I've already managed to mislay my shoes, both flip-flops and trainers. Got them. But yeah, so it's pretty cheap, pretty good, and I don't know, there's sometimes there's a place that just has I feel like it has a really good vibe, but both of us have just felt something really special here, and I think that's because we sat and watched sunset, and because it just feels so Greek and authentic, and we've been made to feel so welcome, like when we were getting food, and yeah. Well. Oh no, I think we've lost signal. There we go, hopefully it's back. We'll try and walk through the village now and see if we can keep signal. I'm not sure if we'll manage to.
It should be okay.
It's not working very much now, I don't think. Let us know if it comes back, anyone, if you can hear us.
I should have bought my sunglasses. Oh well.
We'll only be out for a couple minutes. Hello? Is it working? I'll see if it works.
Can I get more signal when I come out the house?
Oh, there we go. Perfect. I think it's still working. I've got the loading little circle thing, so that's good. Cheers, Brad. But yeah, this is the village. You'll just see, like, in like typical Greek fashion, there's just loads of people normally just sitting out on the streets. Maybe it's too early right now, but so yesterday I was worried we weren't going to get to watch the England football game in the World Cup, but we literally just walked down here and there was a tiny cafe and we just sat in there, got some ice creams.
Like cafe, come pub, come restaurant.
Yes.
Everything.
Yeah, and it was just so good. And then you'll see now, this is like where we ate food last night. Just down around here.
Like an object of attention.
Yeah. And this was where we watched the football as well, yesterday. now we'll just walk down through and show you where we were watching like the sunset and with this crazy view, not only with the mountains but with the sea and everything else as well. It's so nice.
It's just so picture perfect, especially this
Yeah. Yeah, I love this bit.
so
Really, really enjoy like the bit we just walked through where you see everyone who's like just sitting out in the street and enjoying like the warmth.
Their life.
Yeah.
They just sit there, like all of these houses, like come like 5 p.m. They just take a chair out outside their front
They just
door.
take a chair out into the street and just sit. There's actually a lady we speak to every day, pretty much back at Cleo. We're staying most of the time here. And she's always just sitting on her front porch, pretty much. From the middle of the morning to the evening. She's just, most of the time, she's sitting there. And we're always like, Kalimera, Kalispera. We're always like saying hello. And we're trying to learn a few more Greek words and trying to learn how to ask people how they are.
I don't really know what hello is. I know Kalimera and Kalispera.
It's like Yassos, right?
Is it Yassos?
I don't know, that's what you told me.
I don't know.
But we're trying to learn a few more Greek words and trying to like learn how to say like, how are you and things.
Yeah.
But
Who did teach us that? Have we forgotten?
yeah, well, it's just understanding the response is hard as well. But yeah, so this is in East Crete right now.
This is beautiful.
Beautiful. Well, we're heading to even further east.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, but our weekend is going really well, thank you guys. And it's just yeah, it's very different to the Philippines, but we're loving it a lot. It's really nice to travel Europe. Definitely, we will be back to the Philippines, like we always say. Hannah needs to visit still. Exactly. Like you guys, yeah. Thanks for wanting us to come back. That's really nice of you guys. Down in the comments, and then you'll see what I mean by we just sat in the road here now, because this is where we sat and watched the sunset yesterday. Because the sun sets over those mountains over there, but we just sat right down here, like literally just overlooking this whole coastal area and then the mountains where the sun was setting, and it's just absolutely insanely beautiful.
Crazy gorgeous.
It's actually crazy gorgeous. Yeah, it's definitely an amazing place. And
it's just so quiet. Like when we sat here last night, if we just shut up for 1 minute, then all you could hear was like the cicadas.
Yeah, it was just, I think it was just especially...
sunglasses are needed.
Oh, we'll face this way. Yeah, I think it was more just the fact that we booked this about 12 hours. Well, we booked this very late the night before last, probably at like 11:30, which was just as well because Hannah's like Airbnb credit would have run out 20, 30 minutes later. And we were meant to be staying in the place we visited yesterday, but it was like super fortunate because we were booking so late. Most of the more affordable places were not available.
Yeah, there's only really expensive things left, and we're like,
we were just like, we'll look closer to Palikashri, which is really later. And we ended up just seeing this place, and we just looked on the map, and it was in the middle of just like the mountains. We were like, let's see what that place looks like. It was affordable, like we said, with the credit. It only cost us €7 each, and yeah, it's just incredible. Yeah, like someone just said, I didn't quite see because I'm live streaming from the phone today. I can't really see the comments too easy. Yeah, you can still pre-order merch for the Philippines. Was it Janina? Were you there that said that? I can't see. But yes, you can still pre-order merch, and if you're not in the Philippines, then the Teespring store is the link is in my bio on Instagram if you want to check out that. That's got a few more, but obviously that has like international shippings and stuff, whereas the Philippines pre-order I'll be able to ship only. If you're interested, just check out one of the links in the previous video, or you can just send me a message on Instagram or Facebook or anything. But yeah, we're just taking this in today. It's crazy. I'll show you. We drove on the road all the way through to get here. We drove past this village over here and all the way up here. And then today we're going down to a place called, was it Mochlos? Which is down there, right?
Yeah.
Which is this place. And then as you can see, there's another, I don't know whether this is working, guys. It says that we need to reconnect. So we're gonna walk back up because we seem to get better connection over in the apartment.
which is the opposite for me.
Yeah, you don't really get any signal there.
No, I don't really get any signal in the apartment, but here I've got full.
But yeah, guys, that we're just talking about the merch. You can still get it. Philippines pre-orders still very open, and the Teespring store is like each batch is like printing and sending out like every bless you.
Oh, thank you.
Every like 3 or 4 days, so it's all available. And let me know if you can. Let me know if you want to get some, and if you receive it, send me a photo of you, and it'd be awesome to see. That'd be great. But yeah, we just can't really get enough of this place.
Being blinded.
Yeah. It's just like, look at this. This just seems so Greek. Just looking down there with like this beautiful tree and like a little alleyway with white houses. You'll have to let me know, any of you guys, if you've ever been to Greece or if you want to come. And
I recommend it.
yeah, very highly recommend it. Like Crete is quite different to any other Greek island I've been to, I would say.
Same.
It's very mountainous, and it's like the southernmost point of Europe, which is which means that it is quite warm right now.
It's very warm right now, considering it past 9.
Yeah, it's baking already. But it's a place that's kind of stolen our hearts a little bit. I think it's nice because although in some ways we'd have liked it if it was a smaller island and we could get to grips with it way more and like see it completely, I think the fact that it's a bigger island means that there are places like this that are less well discovered, and we feel almost like we've got a piece of it for ourselves, because it's literally just us as the only tourists here right now, and I think that's an amazing thing.
Like last night when we were eating, like the woman's mother came out and specially made us stuff because we were so like unique, I guess.
Yeah. She kept coming out and she was trying. We couldn't really converse with her. She didn't speak a word of English. We agreed. We just kept saying it was really good and really tasty, and eating lots of the food in front of her. And she seemed very happy,
just
and
like,
she came
eat
and said,
the food, give them a big smile.
Yeah, big smile, and we were just like, so good.
Great.
But it's
so tasty.
It's funny because here, if you nod your head, it kind of means no, and if you say neh, that means yes, which obviously sounds a bit like no. So obviously it's a bit of a funny one, really. And we're trying to like, it's super hard to like get yourself into the routine of doing the opposite to what you're used to. It's like yesterday was the first day I'd driven a car on like using the steering column and everything else on the other side of the car and driving. Well, I've driven on the other side of the road before, but on a scooter. And I've ridden a scooter loads, obviously, abroad, and we've had one for the past 2 weeks. But I think I picked it up super quickly. I was a little bit nervous for the first like few minutes, and I was like, actually, this is fine, right?
Yeah.
I did all right.
I'm like, you'd be way more terrified.
Yeah, I think because I was meant to drive around like France and Switzerland with my friend when they were like, one of the first vlog series I did over a year ago now. And I think back then I would have been a lot more nervous and it would have been a lot harder for me to do. But now that I'm like way more comfortable driving like a car as well as a scooter, I think it's way better for us anyway. But the car that we've got, I don't know if you guys have seen my Instagram stories, you'll have to let me know. It's like the banana car. And it's really struggling, even with only 2 of us, it's really struggling to get up like
even
hills.
Mild inclines.
So going village that's all the way down there, like right down by the coast. Well, I think going down will be fine, but coming back up will be
in first gear.
Yes, very interesting. Very interesting. But here's our apartment place that we're staying in. Here is it from the outside.
So pretty.
It almost isn't in keeping with anything around us in a way. It's like it seems very modern, whereas you can just see up here is like all the coloured houses, and down behind us is the same. But yeah, so we've got this beautiful area right here, and then this is our place. So good. We're gonna have to head off quickly because we've got loads to do today because we're heading Palacastro. What is it? The harbour, right? Is that the harbour?
Yeah, it's an ancient Minoan harbour. It's like the only preserved Minoan harbour that we have. And Minoans are the settlement there. lived on Crete from a couple of thousand BC. It's quite old.
It's very old. I'm learning a lot from Hannah, and we're having to visit like loads of these places so that.
Well, we drove past one on the way. There was literally just like a whole Minoan settlement just on the side of the road. It's crazy. Gonya.
Yeah, it's absolutely mad. But
yeah, the history here is kind of incredible. Like there's so many layers of it. The second you dig into the ground, like even this far deep, you just have Roman stuff. And then you have Greek stuff, and then you have Minoan stuff. It just goes on. And then you have Neolithic stuff, and then it's just... Until you hit bedrock, you're just full of stuff.
Yeah, it's like too much that people don't really know what to do with, basically. I don't know
literally.
if you guys can see right now on our view up here, we've got, I can't see where it is on the stream, but it's about here. There's a little, what is it?
Church?
Is that a church right there?
Well, yeah, Orthodox churches, they tend to be placed on top of mountains because they believe that they're closer to God. I think that's it.
Yeah, a church right up there. And I don't think it was that one. I think there was a church down here yesterday. And it was just, like, we could hear it so clearly as though it was in our village because of, like, the nature of the mountains and stuff. I don't think Brad just asked, are we going to any other islands? I don't think we're going to any other islands here on this trip. That's for a few reasons, because...
We did have a plan too.
We planned to go to Santorini for one weekend.
Because Santorini is the next island up, so it's literally just up there. It's like an hour and a half on the ferry.
It's not too far away. It's really beautiful. I've been there once before.
I've never been.
And Hannah really wanted to go, but there was a few reasons. A, we wouldn't be able to like go for too long because of the way that Hannah's work is and things, but also the way that the ferries worked was... It was all right when we saw it. I think it was like 36 euros each, right?
Yeah, something like that when I looked back when this got sorted in like April or something. And then we got close to the time and it was like, what was it, 196 euros each?
Yeah.
But then we were like, no.
We were like, we're not going to pay that to be able to essentially spend like 1 or 2 nights in Santorini.
Yeah, it would have been one night.
It would have probably been one night and it would have just been so much money and it would have been such a rush. And I'm not very good at doing things quickly.
No.
So
Definitely not.
So we decided to leave it for another time, actually.
And also, like, because I am working here during the week, we don't actually have that much time to explore. So
to explore Crete?
Yeah, to do Crete justice, because it's so massive. You think of Greek islands and you think, like, little. This would take, like, hours and hours to go from one side to the other. It's absolutely
Basically,
lost.
from east to west or west to east, it would probably be about 5 or 6 hours to drive. Which is just insane, really. You don't really think about how... That's why we decided to swap the scooter out for a car, because we're literally going from, like, pretty much the centre point to the most eastern point on the island. And because we're on the north of the island, it is so windy and breezy. Like, when we were driving last weekend, it was like... So we were like, oh, we'll get a car this time. But it's just so much... It's so much more expensive to run in terms of, like, the petrol. And then, like, sometimes put a bit of aircon on, and that obviously uses the petrol. And so I think we paid 40 euros. That didn't even fill the tank, but we've put 40 euros of fuel in. We might have to put a little bit more in to just go from the middle to the east and back. Whereas on the scooter, I think we paid, like, we filled the tank a couple times and put a little bit more. I think we paid 18 euros for fuel over the course of 2 weeks. And we drove over 500 kilometers on the scooter with 18 euros of fuel, which is just insane.
Crazy.
So we're trying to work out what we're going to do in the final week when Hannah isn't working.
Yeah, we have like a week off to explore like the island properly. I think we're going to West Crete, which is supposed to be like the most beautiful.
Yeah.
But that seems hard to believe looking at this, to be honest.
Yeah, that's it. And I think we were trying to consider keeping the bike because it is so much cheaper. But if we do want to take any form of like stuff, like if we want to take things, and if I want to take like my laptop and the chargers and things like that, then it just makes sense to take a car, because like carrying all of our stuff on the bikes for long distances, it just doesn't really seem like it's going to be too fun to do, really.
It would be okay if we didn't have all like the tech and stuff, but like we just have to have it. We don't have to have it, but
we could leave it back at the other apartment. But I think if we're going for like a longer period of time, I'll want to back up footage, and we'll want to also like have silly things like a change of clothes, and we've got loads of like pasta and food and stuff, so we might want to take that with us just so that we can cook it up if we're at a place where we have a hob for a night or two, just to save a little bit of money, because we have been really enjoying eating out in some of the places, but it's not like we want to eat out.
Every night.
Yeah, every night, so it's pretty crazy. Brad, it was great of you to drop by. Good luck with the video. Looks like you're smashing the editing as always. I'm really looking forward to you being in the UK, mate. Really appreciate you being here, and we'll definitely have to meet up when you're in the UK. I'll drop you a message later, buddy. Yeah, man, speak to you soon, and thank you pretty much everyone who's come and watched this live stream. I'm gonna show you this view one more time because it's just I cannot get enough. I really wish we were staying here a bit longer, but this place is crazy, and not only is the view so good, but the actual apartment. Hey Peter, hey Ram, bar, every single time. But yeah, I think this place, the view is good, the apartment's good. I'm gutted that we're only staying this one night, but yeah, if you have seen the merch video, and if you are interested in getting the merch, the link is in my Instagram bio for the Teespring store and the Philippines pre-order. All of the links are in the previous merch video. I'll try and figure out how from my phone, but those links will be there if you are interested in getting a Lozzie's Leisure t-shirt or sweatshirt or something like that. Mum, have a great time in Oxford. She's going off travelling as well. I think my mum should start a vlog with all the travelling and all the fun things she does. That would be hilarious. So maybe if we can all convince Vanessa to start a vlog, that would be funny. I've been trying to convince Hannah to start one too, but she's not having it.
Too much work.
But yeah, it's been lovely of you guys to all tune in and everything. We're off to go and see. We'll probably get some breakfast and then see the village down there. Oh, waffles. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Big love. It feels good around here.